Jai Hind, myself Dr. Rakesh Kumar Yadav. Today's associate professor working in a CSE department. Today I am going to take the lecture on a Python control statement. This is a table of contents. First heading is control statements in a Python. Inside the control statement in a Python, flow control statement, types of a control statement. Second point is a decision making statement. Inside the decision making statement, there is a three statements inside the decision making. First is a if statement, second if else statement, third is a if else statement, and third point, that is a iteration statements in a loops. Inside the iteration statement, there is a three category: while loop, for loop, nested loop, and then finally references. So these are the contents to the topic. First point, that is going to be start control statement in a Python. The purpose of control statement in a Python, basically flow control statements are used to control the flow of execution depending upon the specified condition and logic. The purpose of a control statement main thing is that ki performance various tasks repeatedly or even jump from any one section of the code to different section. Means ki controlling inside the program ki one portion to another portion how to jump and control and perform the task. There is a three basically types of a control statement. First control statement, that is known as a decision making statements, also known as a conditional control statement. Third, iteration statement, also known to the loop control statement, and jump statement. Inside the jump statement, there is a three keyword: break, continue, and pass. As per the previous category of a decision making, the first point, that is known as a decision making statement. Inside the decision making statement, basically the purpose of the decision making statement used to control the flow of execution of a program depending upon the conditions. There is a three category decision making statement. First category is the if statement, second one is the if else statement, third is the nested if else statement. Inside the these three category, first point, that is the if statement. Basically if statement known as to first check the condition, after that go to the inside the statement to execute the program. This is the syntax: if conditional expression and statement. Basically if and first check the conditions, after that go inside the body of the conditions and then close. This is the flow chart of the Python statement. First, as per the if statement, go for the test expression, and here checking the condition of the test. If the condition is a test is a true, then go for the statement block 1. Either if the condition is a false, then go to the next statement of the X. So this is the flow chart of the if statement. This is the operation of a if statement. Here we are giving the one example about the if statement. Here we have assigned the X value is a 10. As per the flow chart, here condition of the if statement. Here if X is a greater than 0, here we just give the conditions to check. And X initially we have assigned to the 10, and X is a value is a 10, 10 is a greater than 0, then X is equal to X plus 1. If condition is a true, then X value is a increment plus 1 and print X. So as per the conditions, we have assigned the X value is a 10. So as per the program, we have seen X value is a 10. So this is a greater than 0, means this is a true. Then finally increment the 1 value and print the X value is a 11. So this is the execution process about the Python program as per the if statement. Second, inside the decision making, that is the if else statement. This is another version of the decision making statement. Basically inside the if else statement, if the condition is true, then it will execute statement block 1, and if the condition is a false, then go for the statement block 2. This is the syntax: if expression, then a statement of the first if block, and then after that else block statement. So this is the syntax about the if else statement. Here is given the flow chart of the if else operations. So first we test the expression of the if condition. If condition is a true, then go for the statement block 1. If and that condition is true, then go for the statement block 1, and this is the execute. Either if the condition is a false here, once again checking at the initial point, false, then go for the statement block 2 and then pass out to the another statement. This is the flowchart about the or operation of the if else statement. Here we are giving the one example about the if else statement. First, by a user we have a given enter the value of A and enter the value of the B. First we check the conditions as per the if else statement. If A is greater than B, so initially we have just check the first in a first statement if condition. If A is greater than B, then print A is greater than B, else print B greater than A. Output as per the program, enter first value 5, we have just enter via the user 5, enter second value 10, we have given the two user value, input value 5 and 10. Again we are going to the program initially, if check F is greater than B, means 5 is greater than 10, this is a false, this is not a true, then go for the next block else, and then this is a print, means ki first condition is a false, so it's jump to the else condition, and else condition print B greater than A. So this is all about the if else statement. Elif statement, that is a third category of the decision making. This is Elif statement is similar to the if else statement. Only one difference between the if else and Elif is that it is similar to an if else statement, and the only difference is that else we will not check the condition, but in Elif we will do the check the conditions. Here in Elif also we have a check the condition. This is the syntax of the Elif. First we have a condition 1, if condition is a true, then go for the this block. If condition is a false, then go for the Elif also the condition check, but in case of a else there is not a possibility, and after that Elif is also a false, then go for the else statement. This is the syntax of the Elif. Here given a flow chart of the operation of a Elif else statement. As per the Elif, we already discussed about the prior slide. If first test expression of a if, first we check for the if condition. If condition is a true, then go for the body of a if. If condition is a false, then go for the body of the Elif statement. Also once again check to the Elif statement. If Elif statement is true, then go for the body of Elif. If Elif condition is a false, then go for the body of else. So this is the process, this is the steps to go execute the program of the Elif statement. Means ki Elif also this is similar with the if else statement, but difference is that only ki Elif also check the condition. If condition is a true, then go for the body of if. If Elif condition is a true, then go for the body of else. If Elif condition is false, then finally go for the body of else. This is the process, this is the steps to execute the program. Here we have given the one simple example. First, via user we have entered the number and condition inside the if num equal to 0. If num value we have just given the enter the number via the user, num equal to 0, then print the value is equal to 0. If this condition is true, then go inside the if part. If this condition is a false, then go for the Elif number, Elif condition. If Elif condition is true, then go for the inside the body of this one. If Elif also is a false, then go for the finally else. This is a print. Then finally you see the output, enter the any number -10. We have enter the value user input -10. -10 first we check the if condition, num -10 equal to 0. This is not a true. Then go to the Elif condition. Elif num is a -10 also greater than 0. This is also false. Then finally we go for the else condition, and else condition suitable for the this condition. Then finally the number is a negative. So this is the sequences. First we line by line we have a check. First if condition if valid means true, then go inside the body. If this is not a valid condition, then go for the Elif. And also Elif condition is true, then inside the Elif body. If Elif body is not true, then go for the else statement. So this is the sequences to be just go through inside the program. This is the second category, that is known as iteration statement. also known as a loop. The meaning of loop is first meaning about the iterative statement allows to execute a statement or a group of a statement multiple times. The meaning of the loop statement allows us to execute a program or a statement or a group of a statement multiple times. Multiple times we need to just repeat the code statements. Then finally here there is a loops categorized into three types. First is a while loop, second is a for loop, and third one is a nested loop. Here we are going to just describe while loop first. And the while loop executes a block of a statement again and again until the condition gets false. Till the conditions always checking. If condition is false, then go outside the program. So the syntax of the while, generally we are using while means expression and then statements. Here we given the one example about the while loop program. First we describe the flow chart of the while loop in a Python. Here we have a given statement text, and then go for the condition check. Conditions here we have a checking always, and if condition is true, then go for the repetitively update the condition and come to the here till the condition is going to be false. If condition is false, then go outside of the program and statement y is execute. So this is the process about the while loop. Here we have given the one example to write a program to print the first 10 number using the while. I first initialize I value is a 1 while I is less than equal to 10. Means we have a conditions mentioned here. I is less than equal to 10 and I value initialize 1. Print I is equal to I plus 1. So till print the value till condition is going to be valid or true. So as per the conditions, I value is a 1 is less than equal to 10. This is a condition true. Print I plus 1. So 1 up to the 10. Up to the condition true, that value is print. After that execute, drop the program. Next, second category, that is a for loop. Basically, the for loop provides a mechanism to repeat a task until a particular condition is true. For loop also known as to a definite or determined loop because the programmer knows exactly how many times the loop will repeat. The meaning about the loop means in advance the user who knows the how many times the programmer knows exactly how many times the loop will be executed. So this is the syntax about the for loop. Here for initialize the variable, in this is the operator, and sequences body of a loop that has a set of statements which requires a repeated execution. Here we have given the flow chart of the loop construct. For each item in a sequence, first we can check the condition, test condition for the for loop. If for loop that condition is true, then go for inside the body and till the repeat till condition is satisfied. If that whenever condition is a false, then go outside of the loop. This is the loop construct for the for loop. Example using range functions. Here inside the looping we have using the range functions. First we need to explain the what is the range function. After that we go for the example for the for loop. So range function, basically the range function is a inbuilt function in a Python that is used to iterate over a sequence of a number. The syntax of a range is basically range and within a parenthesis begin, comma, end and step. There is a three key element of the syntax of the range. And what is the meaning about these key elements? The begin, this is the initial beginning number of the sequence, and that is a limit, the last number of the sequence given the sequence, and step basically the difference between each number in the sequence. So this is all about the syntax of the range where we use that. Here we are given the one example via using the range function inside the loop. Initially for I in range 1, 5 means as per the previous we have a syntax we use range begin end in step. Similar to the initially the begin is a 1 or end is a 5. Here we are not used to the step. So print I, and here this syntax we are going to use print numbers in the same line. For the same line output we have to print, we are using the end and is one space. That's why output is a 1 2 3 4 condition up to the 1 to 5, and always 1 minus up to the range the output is a coming. Another example for using the for loop. For I in a range begin 1 and 10 and 2. As per the syntax of the range, we have seen here 1 is initial begin number, 10 is an end number, last number, and 2 is a step size of the differences. So print I and this is a similar line. So means 2 is a difference about the 1 plus 2 is a 3 and 3 plus 2 is a 5 or 5 plus 2 is a 7. That's why output come to the 1 3 5 7 and 9. So this is all about we are using inside the loop for the range functions, and these are the references to prepare the PPT. I have used. Thank you. Jai Hind.